Excellence may be defined as the condition of surpassing some standards of expectation. It is the dream of employers for employees to achieve excellence in the workplace, just as society applauds when people achieve extraordinary feats that benefit humanity. In a bid to encourage such achievers to do more, educate and inspire others to imbibe their good deeds, some organizations, groups, and even governments set up reward systems. Such rewards may be in cash, kind, or both. These rewards are generally designed to make the society a better place. The need to recognize hard work and excellence is therefore what this edition of the program is all about. Welcome to Nigeria Today on NTA News 24. I am Dennis Adigunloye. Thank you for joining us. In the studio with me to discuss recognizing hard work and excellence is Dr. Kashim Akko, Director General of the National Productivity Center. Thanks for being with us on Nigeria Today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Okay. Exactly why would you say a reward system is needed in the workplace, for instance? After all, many would say that people are just there to do their job, to fulfill their responsibilities.
Thank you very much. You have almost answered that question from the preamble.
Yeah.
A reward system is put in place to recognize excellence and extra effort put in place by a worker in an organization. In any given setup, there are parameters for performance of job. And when one goes far and above those parameters and is deemed to have performed well, there is a need for him to be encouraged, recognized, and rewarded. That is why a reward system in any given organization is very, very important if you want to improve productivity.
And in your experience, is this more often than not seen in the workplace, or is this a once in a blue moon type thing?
Yes, a reward system cannot just be a one-off thing. Is even a pat on the back can be seen to be a reward system. Yeah. Anything that will motivate a worker to increase in productivity is seen as a reward system. So basically, like my organization, we put in place several measures to reward workers. Yeah. But at the national level, there's one primary one which had been adopted by government as a national and deliberate policy to recognize hard work and excellence. And that is the National Productivity Order of Merit Award.
All right, we'll talk about that a little later in the program. What impact is this reward system expected to have on at the societal level?
Yes, basically when a worker is recognized and rewarded, he's bound to improve his productivity level. And like you all know, productivity is very important for any economy that is desirous of growth. Yeah. As a matter of fact, the difference between a developed economy and an underdeveloped developed economy is their level of productivity. Because with improved productivity, you generate wealth. And where wealth is generated, you create jobs. Where jobs are created and everything is working well, there is improvement in the standard of living of the people. So in a way, those that do well in their various endeavors needs to be rewarded for increased productivity.
All right, let's talk about the National Productivity Center, the agency which you are the DG of. Tell us about the mandate of your center and what is the National Productivity Order of Merit Award, as you said.
Thank you very much. The National Productivity Center was established by an Act of Parliament, Act Cap 70 of 2004. With the mandate of articulating and implementing sustainable and result-oriented programs that will stimulate productivity in all sectors of the Nigerian economy. The center, in trying to achieve this mandate, put in place a lot of programs. Programs in the SME, programs like installation of productivity improvement scheme in the SME, program like productivity coaching and mentoring, that's awareness creation, program like productivity measurement, and various other programs. all designed to ensure that people are adequately sensitized to issues of productivity and their improvement. And one major program we have put in place, and let me quickly say, if you want to improve productivity in any given society, you must address the issue of sensitization. You must address the issue of capacity building, because you do not give what you do not have. You must address the issue of productivity measurement. You need to know the level you are so that you can plan for improvement. And above all, you must put in place a reward system, that is motivation.
Yeah.
So people, the National Productivity Order of Merit Award is a program deliberately designed, like I said earlier, to reward excellence and hard work. The program came in place through a declaration, a presidential declaration in 1991 during the launching of Operation Excellence by the then President Babangida, military President Babangida. So on a yearly basis, there is a standing committee made of eminent Nigerians that invite nominations, screen these nominations, then authenticate the veracity of the claims in those nominations, and then recommend to governments people that should be honored with this award. This is a very, very prestigious award. It's an award that is based on your hard work, an award that is based on your integrity, award that is based on the excellence attributes that you are put in place in a given setup. So this award we've been given on a yearly basis, and I want to quickly say that His Excellency President Muhammad Buhari has approved that this year's award should hold simultaneously all over the country on Thursday, 28th of November 2019. So we are preparing, we are in high spirits. As part of their program, part of the program, there will be award lecture, there will be exhibition of major Nigerian groups, there will be road shows, and the whole essence is to sensitize the people to the strategic relevance of productivity to national development. We want the people to build the productivity mindset that will evolve into a productivity culture for the nation. If you think of productivity, you always be thinking of continuous improvement or whatever you do, no matter how good what exists may look. There should be that innate thing in us that will propel you to always think of continuous improvement. That is our goal.
And making a positive impact on the economy.
On the economy.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
No doubt the selection process is very stringent, and you mentioned earlier the qualities as a person that one must possess to qualify for this award. Just tell us how you go about selecting the few that will be privileged enough to achieve this.
Thank you very much. Like I said earlier, there is a National Productivity Order of Merit Committee. The National Productivity Center is just a secretariat to coordinate the whole program. This committee is made of eminent Nigerians. So yearly we give out forms to organizations, government, private sector, apex organizations of unorganized and informal sector, for them to recommend those who they think have done so well, excellently well, in their various sectors for government recognitions. So for individuals, we look at issues of creativity, we look at issues of innovations, we look at high standard in terms of work ethics, we look at generally issues of honesty, punctuality to duty, and how well you excellently manage the little resources given to you. And let me just say, productivity is the effective and efficient management of resources. So those that can manage the resources at their hand, these are some of the things we look at. A lot of people make mistake. When they see high production in places, they think that is productivity. No. We look at the productivity as the ratio of outputs over inputs. What went in? What is the result of what went in? How effective, how well, how efficiently have they been utilized? So these are some of the things we look at. But in terms of organizational selections, that is companies, public sector organization, we want to look at their contribution in terms of corporate social responsibility. We want to look at in terms of employment generation. We want to look at them again in terms of wealth creation. We want to look at them of how well they have been able to use local resources in their production system. We also want to look at if there have been any acclaimed breakthroughs, scientific breakthrough, acclaimed breakthroughs. So, and again, their profit level. So these are some of the things we'll look at.
That's quite a long list of boxes that need to be checked on the part of corporates, organizations, and then individuals. In terms of the segments of society that are eligible for this award, is it all encompassing? Is it just limited to organizations and to let's say civil servants? Can the market trader or those kind of people
thank you very much. The beauty of this organization is an all-embrace of this award is that it's an all-embracing award. I want to recall that some times past we've even given the award to traffic wardens. We've given an award to class teachers, primary school teachers. So it's not just for civil servants, but market women that they are doing well. If they are a PES organization can recommend them, and we look at those claims and we feel that they are due, and they are due to be recognized, we give. It's not restricted to civil servants, public servants, or companies. It's for everybody.
All right. You talked about sensitization. Just highlight a bit more, expatiate a bit more on the issue of sensitization for us.
Yes. You see, productivity has to do a lot with consciousness. So you need to constantly drum it into the psyche of the average people, the need for them to be productive. So in as much as you cannot be on air daily with your jingles, with your talk shows, but we put in place programs like what we call MDA lecture, free, whereby the National Productivity Center, the consultants, because we have so many trained consultants in the National Productivity Center, we are paid by government. So we go to MDAs on a regular basis to give them some lectures on some basic productivity tools and techniques, little things they can do that can jump lift their productivity levels. And apart from that, we go into secondary school to catch them young. That is where the issue of the productivity coaching and mentoring comes. We go to secondary school using the instrumentality of formation of productivity clubs, where there are school debates, quiz, competition, productivity talks, and all. We want to start building productivity agents right from that level. And you know, when as a child, whatever you learn, you grow with it. So these are some of the things we do to increase our sensitization activities.
And how receptive are these various bodies and schools and agencies that you
quite a lot, because everybody knows the obvious advantages of improved productivity. So every organization that we go, companies, schools, and even when we put in place our capacity building programs, they are quite and well embraced, because we know that without productivity, there can never be improvement in the economy.
Absolutely. All right. Let's pause here for a quick break to listen to the views of some Nigerians in this Vox Walk put together by Victoria Bataya.
Generally, I feel every Nigerian is a hardworking person. So what we need is an economy that is sound.
What we can encourage them is to actually applaud them when they do innovative things. You know, Nigeria is a third world country, and there are a lot of things we need to develop in terms of integrity, in terms of our character, our attitude, and all that. So when people have such virtues, or when people actually demonstrate such character, they should be encouraged, probably in terms of national honor.
Hardworking Nigerians can be encouraged by being properly remunerated, by also way of distinguishing them out and then granting awards to them.
The ways and manners that we can encourage hardworking Nigerians is by looking at their welfare. Make sure their welfare is being captured and satisfied. That will go a long way in boosting the morale of hardworking Nigerians.
All right, welcome back. The program is Nigeria Today on NTA News 24, and our topic today is recognizing hard work and excellence. And my guest, Dr. Kashim Akko, the Director General of the National Productivity Center, is still with me in the studio. Dr. Kashim, you heard some of the comments from members of the public there. They had some points to make with regards to motivating people to put in their best, if you like. Some talked about welfare issues. This is an age-long issue that Nigerians always talk about. So just give us your take on that.
Yes, I quite agree with the comment by Nigerians out there. But what we must all know is that it's when you bake the cake well that you can expect to enjoy more. So we expect that every Nigerian should imbibe the culture of productivity in whatever the way or in whatever things you do in your house, in your office, or whatever endeavor you are engaging. Once, if you and I can have that consciousness, the need for always think about improved productivity, continuous improvement, you will find out that you will generate wealth. Not just for the government or your employers, but yourself. So my take in the whole the suggestion they give is that we should, as much as possible, not just like I always tell people, productivity is everybody's business. It's not that of government alone. So if you and I can do your little bit to improve your productivity level, there will be enough in terms of improvement in quality of life and standard of living of the people.
In your view, would you say Nigerians are generally productive people, or would you say there's room for improvement?
Yeah, thank you very much. Nigerians are generally, they have the potential for high productivity. When Nigerians go out of the country, they do well. So some of the questions we should start asking ourselves here, and which I know at the National Productivity Center will be carrying a lot of researches. Why are they doing so well out and they are not doing well in the country? That means we need to work on their psyche. We need to work on their psyche and also try as much as possible to ensure that there's improvement in the enabling environment.
Okay. All right, let's go back to the awards itself. You said it's going to be taking place a few days from now.
Yeah.
Who are the other? Who else are we expecting present, or apart from the obvious dignitaries?
Thank you very much. This is an award. I told you it's a national award, a productivity award, the only productivity award scheme in Nigeria. And this award is to be personally conferred on the awardees by His Excellency President Muhammad Buhari. The whole essence is to underscore the importance this government attached to productivity and its improvement.
Yep.
So we are expecting that His Excellency will personally confer this award on the individuals and organizations that have been so selected and approved by government.
Okay, for those who may not be in the know, how does this award actually look? Is it a medal? What exactly is presented by Mr. President to the
Thank you very much. The awards, I think the big thing is to be recognized and appreciated by your nation. So the award will be conferred on them, like I said, by Mr. President. There will be a medal, will be commemorated with the Productivity Award Medal.
Okay.
There is an award certificate personally signed by Mr. President. And I think this is what everybody looks up to. Even you and I will be happy to have that kind of certificate hung in our in our living rooms.
Yeah.
So and apart from the award certificate, the medal, And what else? I think several things goes with the awards. Because the award open doors.
Yes.
For you to be recognized by your nation, it open doors. So that is the most important thing.
All right, so give us an idea. You said that this has been ongoing for over a decade now, several years. Give us an indication of the spectrum of awardees. We talked about the markets women, the traffic warden, I'm sure, to those higher up in terms of the professional. Just give us an idea of the spectrum.
Yeah, thank you very much. This year award, we've tried to diversify. We try to flow with the trust, the policy trust of government, that is the diversification of the economy. We try to look at those who have done well in that field. And like you know, unemployment is one of the issues that this country is trying very hard to address. And those that have been able to create jobs. So if you look at the awards, there's what we call special category. This special category is made of job creators, those that have done well in terms of job creation. There are very many of them, but for the category of job creators, we have people like Aliko Dangote. You will agree with me, he's done well as far as creating job is concerned. You have Oba Otudoke, who is of a Honeywell group, who is a conglomerate that creates a lot of jobs. Then, of course, Tony Elumelu of Elumelu Foundation, building skills and empowering our youth. So these are in the special category. And in the educational sector, you know, Professor Oloyede has done well in terms of reforming the admission system in Nigeria. Not just that, in generating revenue for the country. So Professor Ishaq Oloyede is there. Our custom controller general Ahmed Ali is there, and several many others.
What about what hope for the ordinary Nigerian on the street?
No, I'm just going that there are so many ordinary Nigerians. The list is on the whole they are 25. So there are ordinary Nigerians, there are teachers, there are people other spheres of life that are there. So this year is a grand outing because we've been able to diversify, to emphasize job creation and economic diversification.
All right. On the day, what other activities are lined up apart from the obvious award ceremony?
Thank you. The day there will be an award lecture. The theme of this year's award is productivity for productive re-engineering, for security and economic growth. And we have an erudite scholar, a former DG of Nigerian Center for Educational Management, Professor Mike Obadan. He is going to speak on that. Apart from the award lecture, we have exhibition of made in Nigerian goods, particularly by SMEs and past award winners. And of course, the conferment of the award, which is a ground event.
All right. Briefly, what's your final words of advice to members of the public and the Nigerians in general with regards to the importance of productivity?
Thank you. I like to use this opportunity to tell Nigerians that we must have this attitude for continuous improvement. We must always improve on whatever exists, no matter how good they look. In doing so, there will be progress. In doing so, we will be creating an economy. I want to quickly say that the in thing now is knowledge economy. Economy based on creativity, innovation. And you can only do this if you are productive.
Absolutely. All right. Dr. Kashim Akko, our guest for today, Director General, National Productivity Center. Thanks very much for your insights and comments on this topic.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure.
Wish you all the best in the awards ceremony.
Thank you very much.
And to our viewer, thanks for watching. And remember, you can watch this edition and others on the program on our YouTube address, youtube.com/NTA News 24 Hub. Nigeria Today returns tomorrow at 7:30 in the evening. I am Dennis Adigbo. Thanks for watching.